Howdy ho, everybody. Welcome back to the Rocks Roost. Hope everybody's doing well. We're back in No Man's Sky today. Yesterday, channel viewer Gail Wolf asked me if I was going after the ship. I assumed he meant the one from the Cursed Expedition, which I had gotten previously, but that expedition is closed. Now, I knew that a redux of the second expedition, which the capstone reward for is the SR1 Normandy from Mass Effect. I knew that was coming down the pike. I did not realize that it was coming down the pike yesterday, or we probably would have been waiting and playing that expedition a little bit later on. I don't think it had unlocked when I was streaming yesterday. Could be wrong. But it's unlocked now. So we're going to go ahead and do a new save. And look here, Expedition 2 Redux, Beachhead. Delve into the mystery of a starship from another universe. The capstone reward, of course, for this, like I said, is the Normandy from Mass Effect, which is one of the items that I missed out on. I missed this in the first expedition when they first came around. So the Golden Vector ship, which you get from Expedition 1, I don't have. And I also didn't finish Expedition 2. So now we have a chance to get those rewards. Let's do it. You notice the voice is a little different? So like the Polestar expedition, we're starting out on a freighter. Good for us. For the most part, this should be a fairly... There she is. The old Normandy. This should be a fairly straightforward expedition. First thing you want to do when you start a new expedition is pull up the expedition tab and kind of have an overview of what you're expected to do. There are 5 phases to every expedition. Each phase has a number of milestones. There's not always the same number of milestones. And they pretty well spell out what you do. So the way an expedition works is you go through the milestones and you complete them. So the first one is to repair vital freighter systems. And you see also we get a reward. It clearly says what that reward is. So looking carefully at what we're going to have to do. So we're going to have to do that first. Then we land on a planet. Then we discover creatures, expand the freighter base, warp to a new system aboard the freighter, expand the freighter base, and reach the first rendezvous point. So that's our first phase, a set of milestones in phase 1. And then, of course, there's a capstone for each phase. Now, you should follow these generally in order, but we will be doing a few of them out of order. So if you look at phase 4, earn nanites, 4,500. We may get this early because I'm going to be in nanite making mode throughout the game. Notice we start with 0 nanites. Up at the upper right corner, you see there we have no units, no nanites, no quicksilver. We Poe. Poe is dirt. So this one we may do out of sequence. This one we'll do out of sequence because it's easy to do. Destroy asteroids, we'll probably do that out of sequence. Photograph different environments, probably do that as well. As we come to them, you're going to need an airless world, a frozen world, and a scorched world for that. And chart waypoints, we may do that out of sequence. But for the most part, I recommend staying, in order. Because a lot of times, the rewards you get will naturally lead you to more easily complete the next. And then the next, and then the next. So, enough of me yammering on. What do we have? We have an exosuit with a supercharged slot there and there. That ain't bad. We start with a refiner, which is very cool. And we have a, a dunny little shuttle, which is pretty normal. a lot of missions you get a shuttle for your starship. That's no big deal. It's fine. It's perfectly serviceable. We have a fair amount of slots, so I ain't gonna complain. We got a mining beam, and we have the terrain manipulator out of the gate. We also have a mining beam upgrade, so we want to move these, and let's see, move this here. You see how the borders now glow? That means we're getting an adjacency bonus. I'll move this down here. I'll move the scanner out here so it can breathe, because we'll probably get scanner upgrades at some point. Move this over here. The freighter. All right, so she's busted up pretty bad. Atmospheric control units. That's going to be very important to fix. We're going to need a wiring loom, which ain't going to be easy to come up with unless we use a repair kit. So, just making sure. There we go. Atmospheric control components. All right, so we're going to fix that. There you go. Now it's glowing. You know, you don't want to accidentally click the wrong thing. And we'll use a repair kit here because the wiring loom is just out of our budget. Oops. You hover over it and press X. So that's our first milestone done. Easy peasy. All right. Now, make sure you collect your rewards. Go back to the expedition screen. Click it. Or press A if you're using Xbox controller like me. We got antimatter, starship launch fuel, and 2 more repair kits. Pretty cool. We could use the repair kits to fix these things. Chromatic metal is going to be a little bit of an issue in the game. We're just going to have to mine it out. You mine copper and other similar metallic resources, valuable metallic resources, to work with that. But for now, let's go down to our ship. It is yellow. I like yellow, at least. I usually like to fly first or third person in the ship. So let's make a quick button for that. This is a weird bug. That happens occasionally. Okay, so first order of business. I'm going to actually go to the space station. Set engines to priority by pressing D-pad up twice and fly right in. Why am I going to the space station? One, it opens up easy transport back to the starting system, which you might want to do in an expedition. Also, it lets us get started on learning alien words, because there's critters here. There's a Viking. I like all the races in the game. I'm a little bit partial to the Viking, I think. Request dialogue help, or dialect help. Just pick one, doesn't matter which one. There's your first alien word. Okay, here's the second one. This is a Corvax. All the critters are unique in their own way. Here's another Corvax. We're in a Corvax system. They are synthetic, if you couldn't tell. Just talk to these fellas, and we'll get our alien dialects pretty soon. I think we need one more. Oh yeah, vulnerable server. Of course we're going to hack into that. Wahaha, evil. Okay, that's a special person there. Officer Eco, help us please. Quest dialect help. Mystery. Okay, that's got our language milestone, I think. It's not procking. Ah, we need one more. Here's a Gek, the final type of standard life form in the universe. In this universe, anyway. And there we go. And there we have another milestone done. It will pop up. There we go. Linguaphile. So already we've done 2 things, including 1 in phase 4. So there you go. We get nip nip buds. Make sure you put those on your freighter because they are contraband. We also have blueprints for automatic translators. So now we'll learn language as we talk to folks. If we install those, if we weren't on expedition, I'd probably do it, but it's not essential for the expedition, so I'm not going to do it. Those nip nip buds, those are going to be a problem. Maybe I'll sell them. No, I'm not going to sell them. We can grow nip nip on the freighter. It might help with our, finance problem. If it's on the freighter, you don't need to worry about it getting scanned. Yeah. So let's put it on the freighter. Let's put that on the starship. Let's put these things on this. Let's put that on my inventory and that. And that and that. Okay. Going here, that needs to be starship. 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 Okay. Now we need to head down to a planet. Let's do it. Now, this isn't a speed run per se, but I'm also not going to be farting around. Let's check and see what kind of planets we have here. There's a desolate planet, boiling planet, life-incompatible planets, scorched, fissured, and windswept. Okay, so scorched and fissured, scorched and life-incompatible. That's 2 of our worlds that we need to take pictures of. One of them is going to be easy to find because it has a big old ring around it, and it's right here. So let's go to the scorched world first. Boiling. Windswept. Is this the scorched one? Fissured. Fissured. Let's go over here, get some nanites. In weird planets like this that are fissured or unusual planets that only have 3 resources, you see copper, gold, cobalt, that means there's going to be very few life forms. You get a nanite bonus when you scan all, or not few life forms, few fauna specifically. You get a nanite bonus when you scan all the fauna on a planet. It's super easy to do here. We need 4,500 nanites, so let's go here. And scan the critter. We also might want to pick up some copper because there's no sentinels here. Get us a good start on chromatic metal. However, is there going to be carbon here? Don't know. Might not be the easiest thing in the world to find. Would be good. And there's some carbon, I see. Alright, let's look around for the critter first and foremost. Let's not forget. The big blue ball. That is a creature. We got 3,000. It's the only living thing on the planet, so we get another 250 nanites as our bonus. So we are on our way here. We also finished the Survey to Planet milestone, so let's claim our rewards. Signal booster, surge battery, Minotaur Geobay, Minotaur compound deployment set. Minotaur is an exosuit. I stand corrected. I thought this was carbon. It is a oxygen bloom. In which we won't say no to that, because oxygen is very important, and you can very rarely buy it these days. You used to be able to buy it anywhere in the game, just about. Now you very seldom find it for sale. The various guilds will offer it for sale at a discount with a high enough level. And on occasion, you can find it for sale in other ways. Let's get these. We are going to have to do frigate missions for this expedition, so that's going to take frigate fuel, which uses a crap load of dihydrogen and tritium. So whenever you see the blue crystals, you need to shoot. Plus, you get life support power from it, don't you know? You want to dilly-dally too long. Scan a few things, get a few units. Don't go scan happy too much, because we'll get a big scanner upgrade later that increases the number of units we get for scans by many thousands of a %. But for now, when you see the blue crystals, shoot them up. Okay, now there was a copper deposit right here. Now, the mining beam uses carbon. Oh, do we have a cave also? No, not so lucky. The terrain manipulator uses, it's kind of a perpetual motion machine. You can power it with sand that comes up out of the ground that you can mine while using it. So we shoot here. We get silicate powder. That's sand. Okay, that powers the terrain manipulator. But we don't want the sand. We want the copper. You can choose 3 sizes. Choose the littlest one for the most stuff. Takes longer to mine, but you get more little pops. You see the little rocks or crystals that are coming toward us. You get a set amount of copper per little crystal that comes up. You get more little crystals coming up if you use a small mining area. Now, you see this thing? We want to mine that out because if the terrain manipulator destroys it, we get nothing from it. We need some ferrite dust also, so might as well get it. Let's get the carbon from this. This is excellent. That will mine or power our mining laser. We like to see that. All right, there we go. We're back to 100%. Now, let's see. Actually, we got hooked up with a scatter blaster as our default weapon, which is super, super nice. It's like a shotgun. Okay, now we're ready to do our terrain manipulating. Fall in the hole, that's fine. If you scan here, it'll give you an idea just how big the deposit is. This is a big one. We do this patiently with the small mining attachment of the terrain manipulator and get the most copper that we can possibly get here. We might not need to mine more copper. We might get enough chromatic metal out of it in order to power it. So this is going to be a little bit of a slow moment, but it's worth it. If you're following along, I promise you, a little extra mining in the beginning will make the rest of the expedition go very, very smoothly. And even if you're not playing an expedition, you're just playing a plain old save from the beginning, and especially if you've never played the game before, take time to do a decent amount of mining at the beginning, and you'll find eventually, especially once you get scanner upgrades and you don't have money problems as much anymore, you'll just be able to buy this stuff. But getting there faster requires a little bit of slow mining at the beginning. It's totally worth it. All right, this is a nice big deposit. That's what I like to see. We need chromatic metal. That's why I'm mining this copper, because we can refine it into chromatic metal. We need that for power for the warp core. Essentially, it makes antimatter. Down to 10% power on this thing, but that's okay. I'm purposely mining some just plain ground here to get silicates so I can just power the terrain manipulator with them rather than using ferrite dust. Alright, so let's recharge. You can use any type of ferrite or the silicate. The silicate's better because right now we don't need it for anything else. Ferrite dust we need for all kinds of stuff. So one thing you can do that's kind of efficient is to kind of create a trench around the outside of the outcrop. Get an idea for just how far down it goes. I mean, you can scan to give you a sort of kind of idea. Looks like we're near the bottom of it here. If we're lucky, this will open up into a cave, and we'll find even more good stuff. Alright, so just make a trench around the thing. So you're defining the area that is to be mined. This trench gives you a workspace. And then you can just look up at the outcrop from down in the trench and just go to town. Just shoot it till you see sky. Works well. This is also useful if you're on a planet that has bad weather and you need to conserve your hazard protection. You would choose the big option here. Blast yourself a little tunnel like this. And see, now we're safe from the weather. You can mine to your heart's content. So copper, of course, in the real world is a very useful material. We make conductors out of it all the time. The world would cease to exist without copper. And I guess the idea for chromatic metal comes from copper. If you've ever noticed a penny, when you put it in the jar and just leave it alone, leave it to its own devices, you don't touch it, you just let it do its thing, it will develop a rainbow sheen. Have you ever seen that? Yeah, I guess that is where they get the idea for chromatic metal. You don't see the rainbow color on new pennies much anymore because ever since '82 in the United States, pennies have not been made of pure copper. They're zinc. It's a slab of zinc. A little chit, I guess is the right word, of zinc that is coated over with a tiny amount of copper. But the old pure copper pennies, like we had when I was a kid, those pennies will quite frequently get a rainbow color in the jar. And sometimes you can get a really pleasing pattern. If you're a coin collector, you probably know about this. It's a rainbow sheen or rainbow penny, or there's different names people call them. And if you get a really pleasing pattern, it can actually make what would otherwise be not a very valuable coin somewhat collectible, more desirable. This can occasionally happen to gold as well, but it's less common. This is a big piece of copper. My goodness. Occasionally you'll see a gold coin with the rainbow on it. The Royal Mint of Canada actually has a really cool process that they employ. I guess it's using lasers. I'm not sure exactly how they use it. I think it's kind of a secret. But they can make a hologram on their gold coins. I think they do it on silver too. But if you look at the Royal Mint of Canada on their website, look at the gold bullion coins, and you can see hologram coins. It's pretty cool. The price of gold has been so high for so many years that I have not purchased a gold coin in many, many, many years. It's just, it's very high, and people are panic buying it because the world is, there's a lot of uncertainty right now. And I understand that, but the thing is, like, if it hits the fan, what are you going to do with that gold? Like, people say, oh, it's a hedge against inflation, or it's a hedge against, like, the collapse of currency, but you can't eat gold, So, in a really bad situation, what are you going to do with it? I mean, it's only worth something if you can convert it into some type of currency, right? If the world's markets have collapsed, then in the face of hyperinflation, the gold is not really going to help you much because, again, you can't eat it. You can't wear it. You could make electronic components out of it, I guess. but even then, you can't, you need other stuff also. So I'm not convinced that gold is a wise investment for hard times. Copper, on the other hand, that probably be pretty good because you can use copper to do all kinds of things. We just about got it. I promise this is hopefully this, I promise that I will endeavor to ensure that this is the only big mining session we do. I know that was full of weasel words, I'm sorry. The 5th phase of the expedition, the milestones are hidden, so I can't guarantee that we won't have to go mining a bunch of crazy stuff. Because I don't know what it is. I didn't do this mission when it came out originally. And even if I had, I still wouldn't know because it's different. The capstone reward's the same, but the actual milestones, etc. are different because the game is very different than it was in 2022. We're getting there. Make sure we're getting enough silicate. I'm sure we probably are, but I'd hate to have to use ferrite to charge it. This has been very lucrative. I find this to be one of the more satisfying things to do in the game, though. Is it the greatest thing, like, for commentary? Probably not. But it's satisfying. The only thing I wish you could do is, like, reclaim their land. I wish you could fill this big pit in somehow. I mean, I guess you can. It's just very tedious. I wish there was a streamlined way to fill in the pit. You know what I'm saying? Alright, that's sad. So if you wanted... Oh, there's a little more over there. So if you wanted to fill in the pit, you would press B to change the mode to restore. We'll start by filling that in, our little hole. Now we're going to push create base. You see, and you got to do this like little piece at a time. Like this is just not really the best thing in the world. So, you know, you can do it. But all right, let's get out of here. How much copper did we get? That's the question. 2058. Yeah, we're good. We're good for chromatic metal now. So what I'm going to do is hunt for some... Oh, wrong thing. We need ferrite. We need... Well, dihydrogen. We need carbon. Sometimes you're not going to find much carbon on a planet like this, but... You're probably not going to find much carbon on a planet like this. Oh, we should have scanned that. Oh, yeah, we're not getting much carbon out of that, are we? Let's see. We got 3 without scanning it. Sometimes you get more. Oh, condensed carbon. Good. 3 regular carbon, 1 condensed. So not the greatest in the world. Let's get this dihydrogen and then let's just split. Go to a better, a more carbon-rich world. Okay. We left some copper there. Can't believe it. Alrighty, let's jet. Okay, so we still need to find that scorched world. It's gonna be, it's big. It's a big planet, and it's kind of blue looking. So, is that it? That's it. Let's go. We need to take a photo there. And then we will go back to the lifeless planet and take a photo there. And that will be 2 of the 3 photos we need to take. In fact, while that's going on, let me... Oh, I don't have much carbon. We need carbon to fire up the refiner and the mining beam, etc. So hopefully this world will provide. And it looks like it probably will. This looks good. Yeah, there's usually a lot of critters around little forests and things like this. So let's set down here. There's some flying through the air. Scan them. Alright, we need 1 more critter. While we're here, we'll get this. No. We'll just destroy this to get the box open. Ion battery, very good. That helps us with a lot of things. What are sentinels like here? Observant. Yeah, it's less than optimal. If one comes along, we'll just quit mining. They got in your case. And there's another critter. That'll give us another milestone right there. Let's get the goods. Gives a good chunk of oxygen. And a mining beam upgrade. That's good. Crack open the geode. Oh no. Up that in. That's pretty good. And hazard protection. Yeah, let's get our backpack stuff organized here. We have a supercharged slot there. And one there. Let's do that. You want like technologies together for adjacency. Yeah, that's good. Now, we're going to get cooked out here. When you see critters like this, go up, get the gassy pods, 1, 2, 3, back off, shoot it with a mining laser, and you'll get, you know, a fair amount of oxygen, almost 100 oxygen usually from that. We need to find a cave, like real bad, because we need cobalt. Trying to scan these. Oh well. Where is our ship? I've gotten discombobulated. There it is. We can stand to be out here longer than you might otherwise would because we have an extra heat protection module. But we need carbon like nobody's business. Yeah, man. All right, let's just get in the ship for now. Save on our hazard protection. All right, while the storm is going on, I need to visit the restroom. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And let's see where we're going to now. Okay. Reviewing the situation. Discover plants, 8 of 13. Well, we're in a pretty good place, I think, to do that. Storm's still going strong. Get this ferrite. This should be a pretty good amount. It's a big old rock. Sodium, help us with our hazard protection as well. I want to find a cave because there's cobalt in caves, and cobalt is used to make batteries. One thing about the mining laser is the hotter it is, the more damage it does. So you see the heat in the upper right corner, just above 59%, the red bar, and you get a mini bar right in front of your face when you get close to being overheated. You want to keep your laser as close as possible to being overheated without overheating it. So let off a little bit when it gets close, and then pull the trigger again. Because you want to keep doing more damage. You just get more stuff that way. Well, you don't get more stuff. You get it more quickly. And occasionally, you'll screw it up. That's okay. All right, we have a sentinel on our case. So now we'll just leave it alone. Fair amount of carbon now. Not as much as I'd like to have. Over here's some red crystals. Let's get these. This is condensed carbon. We can get the big ones because we have the advanced mining laser right out of the gate. On a normal save or any other reason you might not have the advanced mining laser, you You can't mine the big old crystals. Is this one discovered? Oh, it's not. It's good. Getting close to our plant milestone. I think we need 5 more. Probably not going to be 5 more plants on this planet, but hey. Finding plants is very simple. Here's another one. Get the gassy pods and shoot the fool. Alright, we need 3 more plants. I don't know if there's going to be 3 more plants on the planet, but maybe. Do these count? These are on every planet. Apparently they do. That's great. It's good to know. In fact, we can use our scanner. All right, we'll go over here and get this. We'll scan the oxygen plant. You see the O2 there? That'll give us a 12th plant. And then there is a deuterium plant. That'll give us our 13th plant. Over there it is, the little blue rhombus with the leaf in it. There we go. It's going to give it to us. These give you infinite jetpack for a limited time. I know that doesn't make sense, but I think you know what I mean by that. All right, there's our plants. Boom. And we get a scanning upgrade. Good, 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 good. This means we'll soon get more money for our scans, which we want to do for sure. So just plop it in here next to your scanner. And now we get plus 8,400 on fauna and plus 6,500 on minerals. Love to see it. So no more, here we go. No more piddly 500. Let's see what we get. 13,988. You love to see it. This is how we get the money. And we're going to need millions to finish the expedition. Let's get a little more carbon. How much carbon do we have? Let me check. I'd like... Oh. Let us use the old battery. I'd love to find a cave. I'd love to have about 1,000 carbon. Oh, there was something there we have not identified. That's money in the bank. So always scan first, especially now that you got an upgrade. Are we to 1,000 carbon now? We're getting there. All right, we got a sentinel in our case. We're close enough to 1,000. I'm fine. All right. Hey, we got a storm crystal there. That's good. Okay. We have a whatcha digger here. Technology module. Just dig it up out of the ground. Okay. Is there... There is. Broken machinery. Damaged machinery. There's always a technology module nearby. This one spawned floating in the air, which, I mean, it happens. Every now and then the game is procedurally generated, after all. We'll take this. We can make nanites out of it. And we got some launch fuel. Not bad. Big dihydrogen. Love to see it. Hey, there's another milestone. Easy peasy. Fishing rig. Movement system and life support. Good. That's bait for the fishing. Alright, grab the fire berries and let's head back to the boat. Sometimes there's two different species of hazardous flora that look like that on a planet. Oh, God. So you will know that it's one you've scanned if a Latin name shows up when you grab the gas pods. I mean, you can always throw up the scan visor, but, you know, you don't need to. We have to do 3 frigate missions, okay, for this. Now, frigate missions can take anywhere from 45 minutes to many, many hours to complete. And there's no way to speed them up, really. There's a thing you can make that speeds it up some, but it's still going to take a while. So that's going to be kind of the most grindy thing. I mean, the way to do it quickly would be to have more frigates, because you need to do 3 frigate missions. If you have more frigates, you could do 3 at a time, right? Frigates cost several million apiece. We're on our way. Because if we check our money, we're at 44,000. Now that we have 1 scanner upgrade, we'll get a lot more quickly. So it's not going to be that big deal, but it'll still be a little bit grindy if we want to you know, get everything. And that's going to put us over. Which one is best? It's irritating to try and establish like which one of these is best, because you see heat dispersion, mining speed, fuel efficiency. The different buffs are in different orders on each one, so it's a little bit aggravating. Mining speed. That's a big one. We want that one, I guess. Heat and fuel efficiency plus 25. I mean, I guess heat dispersion plus 21. This one, I guess we take out. We can store it. Actually, we could dismantle it and get a wiring loom. Let's do that. Okay, let's charge this fella back up. And that one, alrighty. Let's get rid of this. Now, we can fire this up, put carbon in it. And we're going to put... We got a fair amount of chromatic metal. Let's go ahead and put this and start working on nanites. This goes through a whole process of refinement until, you know, you're ready to... Eventually, nanites is the end result. Okay. For now, let us head back to... Oh, let's not. We forgot to take our picture, didn't we? Just go to photo mode, take the picture. And if we go here... Yeah, 1 of 3, that counts. If you select it, scorched, airless, frozen. Easy peasy. Go ahead and do it now. You cannot have enough oxygen. You really can't. And friggin' sentinels. Alright, let's go. Head back to the ringed world, because we need to take a picture there. Make sure we're on engines. What you got for me, guy? Don't have a tremendous amount of money, but he might have something super good. He does not. Do we have anything we want to sell? That's a good question. How about in the Starship inventory? Nope, we're good. Thank you. Alright, then we put the viscous fluids in and run that through. We get living slime. Got to get that 4,500 nanites. Sometimes it can be tough with expeditions to get nanites. Let's correct our course. We just need to land and take a picture. That's it. I guess we could see how many fauna are here, because this is a slightly unusual planet as well. We get some nanites here. I do see a way to get nanites, though. It's life incompatible. There's not going to be fauna here. But there's also no sentinels, so that's good. There's usually a lot of dihydrogen on worlds like this. You notice I'm getting geodes every now and then from these crystals. You want to crack them. They give you various resources, which is good. A little chunk. Okay, scan it. There's some more copper. I'm going to get this. We're going to use the number 2 size. And this will go much faster, but again, we won't get as much out of it. But just so that we're safe on chromatic metal, I just want to be sure it's right here. Might as well grab it. You know what I'm saying? This is a little bit smaller deposit, but still, you see it goes way faster on the medium setting. Normally, I would do the medium setting all the time. But, oh yes, photo mode. There's a photo. In these expeditions, you're very quite often strapped for resources, etc. Huh? Look at that carbon. These kind of worlds are really, really good to get these resources because they have no sentinels and they are just, you know, they're very resource rich. Okay, so our slime is done. Turn it to runaway mold. Pop that back up. This movement module. Need that. Recharge. And just get rid of the rest of it. You can make glass out of it, but we don't need glass right now. Alrighty. Oh. You know what? I forgot. There's a nanite source here. We need to get it. We need to get it. It says life incompatible planet. Oops. Just wasted those crystals. That's okay. However, there is life here. Besides me. Alright, there's our runaway mold. Now this turns into nanites. 5-1. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. See this? Where's that rock here? Let's go ahead and get this out. All right. Get this. Get the larval core and then run like crazy. Find another one. I mean, we can shoot these guys if you want to. We don't have a lot of ammunition prepped. They'll eventually stop chasing you. The larval cores, yeah, you turn those into nanites. They're easy enough to avoid. I mean, where's another one? Another egg. There's one. Bug hunting on World 3936 or whatever this place is called. Let me have it. You want to grab the core quick because it will disappear if you don't grab it right fast. Oh no! Life support. If they get through your shield, then you can die. The upper left is where the health and shield information is. The little round plus symbols, there's 3 of them. That's your actual health. There are ways to increase it through, you know, suit upgrades, etc. The bar above is your shield. If the shield goes away, then the next hit damages your health. Hey, we got a bunch of eggs. We got a bunch. This world is fun because low gravity. You see, there's a crap ton of. Get close because again, that larval core will disappear. We need a bunch of frigate fuel for 3 expeditions, so that's one of the main reasons we're collecting stuff. Salt, you know, we need that later, I think, pretty sure. There's so many blue crystals, man. I'll just grab it while we're here. We got flung. Oh my god. They really don't like us messing with their eggs. Who'd have thunk it, right? Any more eggs? I'm sure there's one. Just keep moving. I mean, for the most part, you'll be fine. They'll zap you every now and then. Whenever they subside again, I'm going to make some ammo, and then we'll just start shooting them. We need ammo anyway, because that's... Hey, there's this... Not completely life incompatible, see? Yeah, they're gone now. Before we start trouble with them, we're going to create some ammo. It's kind of crazy how much quicker that goes, but you don't get anywhere near as much. Which reminds me. Let's get one more egg. We almost have a stack. One more egg. Oh, yeah, ammo. I almost forgot. Put it down here. Let's make a good amount. Should be fine. What is our dihydrogen total sitting at? 1191. I'd like to say that's plenty, but it's not. There's another egg. All right, guys. Reload speed is atrocious because this is basically unupgraded. Ah, you got me. Freak. I'm not sure what the rancid flesh is good for. Or you could cook with it, I guess. Our shield is getting low. We got more died. That's good. All right. Get a few more crystals. We'll be good to go. Okay, so let us refine the larval cores now. Because again, we're working on that 4,500 nanite milestone. Not the ferrite dust. Thank you. One gives you 50 nanites. So, boom, boom, ba-doom. That gives us a good start now. 768. Not bad. This we're going to turn into Fecium. We're going to need that later for the garden beds in the freighter. Okay. Now, did I see some sodium crystals somewhere? I did. Let's get them. These are very uncommon. So get them when you see them. I mean, we could farm those eggs here, I guess, and get our 4,500 nanites, but we're not going to do that. We definitely need to get to a frozen planet because we need... I like to keep a supply of dioxide, which lets us recharge the life support pretty cheap. You get that on a frozen planet. I'm very sure the developers chose this planet for the expedition because it's so full of resources. You know, the starting point, I mean, if you take the time to mine here, you're basically going to be ready for just whatever. Boy, this is satisfying. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just get riches out of the ground like this? Just running around shooting a ray gun at the earth. Good times. We still need cobalt, which we're not going to find here. May as well recharge that. We're almost down to nothing on our life support, so better take care of that, hadn't we? I have 1,405 oxygen. How much? It's going to take 40. Fine, I'll use it. Normally, I'd use life support gel, but that takes dihydrogen. And I'm wanting to save this for the frigate missions, because frigate fuel ain't cheap. Here's another oxygen plant. Gave us 20, so we got half our oxygen back right there. Not bad. Okay, I promise I'm going to leave. It's just so darn satisfying. Okay, so we have... Man, I still am not happy with my carbon supply. Okay. Now we can go. You know, I'm going to plop down a base here so we can get back here quickly in case I really need to mine more stuff. Yeah. So let us change the name. Beachhead. Start a lifeless world. Good. So now we can pop back here easily from a teleporter. Alright. Now. Off we go. Back to the ship. Alright. So at a frozen world, we'll find dioxide, which will help us with our life support situation. We got to go to a frozen world anyway because we need a photo. So it's all good. Everything is coming together. These expeditions are great because they really familiarize you with the mechanics of the game. You know, if you're new. And if you're a seasoned player, they kind of shake up the way you play the game. Which is a good way to, you know, refine your methods. Here, we got these. Get them. Now, we need to build this room, which we need a warp cell. We need 3 warp cells, rather. And 50 ionized cobalt. See there? We need a cave. Crapola. Whale. Let's put that in the ship. And let me Excuse me just a moment. I need to organize some stuff. I don't like how, like, grossly disorganized this is. We'll put that up there, that there. The copper chromatic metal under it. The carbon, condensed carbon. I'll put that there. Let's do it this way. What is this? Exocraft summoning station. Okay. And we can do the Minotaur if we wish. Alright, Starship. Okay. So we need cobalt. What other things? And we don't want to leave the system. Let's see. We need a cave. So that means back to a ship. How are we doing on money? I guess I could buy some cobalt, but there's no guarantee it'll be for sale on a space station. So what's this planet like out here? Desolate, huh? Pyrite. Pyrite is used for the pulse engine, which would help us save tritium for the frigates. We need to get the frigate missions going quick. Because I'd like to have a frigate mission going right now, because they take forever. And you have to do 3 of them. But I only have 1 frigate, and it sucks. So I need more money for more frigates. Now, finding a cave. Well, we could just fly around, I guess. Hope for a cave. Hope to find one. Pull up. Which is kind of a suboptimal play. But, what's this? Have we just found one? It looks like we might have. Because we got a ton more stuff to scan here and get more money. Which we're going to need for those frigates. Alright, big money. We have in fact found a cave. And a grave. Wow, we hit the jackpot here, people. Holy crap. Cave is a good place to find carbon. A lot of carbon, because you find these kind of critters in there. If we have a hazmat gauntlet, we could get that, but we don't, so we're just going to zap it. These can give you sodium. Wow. It's streamer's luck. Where do they come from? Extract the glyph. I don't think we get a glyph set in this expedition. It could be wrong. Here's what we're really looking for. This is going to give us cobalt. And sometimes something else. In this case, dihydrogen. Occasionally they'll have tritium in them as well. We need cobalt for the room we're wanting to build, the orbital exocraft materializer. We also need it for batteries in the worst way. Hazard protection, don't you know? I mean, this is where you're just going to get literally thousands upon thousands of carbon, because there's a bajillion of these little cave plants. If we had a hazmat gauntlet, we could get those. I'm gonna drop a base computer here because this is just too cool. Alright, so we're going to rename this, of course, to Super Cool Cave Grave Base. And we're going to do a new screenshot because that one sucks. It doesn't capture the essence. Let's use the controller. Okay. Ah, yeah, there we go. There we go. That's good. So now we can pop back here. I can't do anything with these cubes. I don't think. Oh, no, I can. I'll get it. It's navigation data. I was thinking I needed a hazmat gauntlet to get that, but apparently not. This is a very bountiful planet. This is excellent. All right. Our carbon situation should be okay at this point. We are over 1,000, which is good. Get the sodium out of the bulb. Hey, we get tritium. That is very rare. And that's good because tritium is needed for the frigate missions because you need it to make the frigate fuel. All right. We just got dog shit lucky, pardon my French. That's that many asteroids we don't have to mine, but we do have to pop at least 50 asteroids for the expedition. So I love to shoot asteroids. I'm not sure how much you all love to watch me shoot asteroids. That's the thing. I'm gonna go 600 to 1,000 cobalt. And we're already at 491, no big deal. We'll get some from these geodes. Hey, we got some ionized cobalt. Almost enough for what we need anyway. That's crazy. Now, I don't recommend going into caves and just blasting things in real life, but in No Man's Sky, it's good. Man, we hit the jackpot here. Probably intentional. We don't have a hazmat gauntlet, but we'll take what they give us anyway. Oxygen, sodium, good stuff. You get a pretty good pile of oxygen and sodium from them if you have the hazmat gauntlet, but we don't, so we're not going to cry over it. I mean, resources are literally infinite in this game, so just a matter of spending time to go get them. So your time is the only resource that's limited in this game world. So that's kind of cool, actually. So if you got a lot of time to put in, you can get a lot of stuff. If you're Wow, this is a very rich cave. I lost my train of thought. Imagine that. May as well get these. And they're just sitting there. I'll mine out this little corner, and then I think we'll be good. You go through batteries like crazy, so it's a good idea to get kind of high up in the guilds, which you can access from the space station, because free batteries is a thing you can get. You can get 5 free batteries at a time from them. And if you bounce from one space station and then back, you know, you can repeatedly get your batteries. Yeah, well, I'll get these little guys. This cave is just incredible. All right, we got all the cobalt we need for now, for sure. So we're good. Let's get out of here. Is this the way we came? Don't get lost in the cave. I think we've gotten lost in the cave. There's the cave mouth. And we have a base here, so we can pop back anytime we want to. Holy crap, we're rich. Come back, unidentified flying thing. We've scanned a bunch of stuff. There's 5 more fauna here. This is a pretty neat place. I'd consider building a permanent base here for sure. I like this kind of planet. Desert. Very hospitable until there's a storm too. That's kind of nice. Okay. Let's recharge that thruster. Now, we were going to try and find some pyrite, weren't we? That'll help with our... Hey, we're going to need this later. Or another... thing, so... Pretty sure. I think this class is classed as a ruin. We needed to find a ruin. So let's, I don't know that I really needed to mark it. I think I can go ahead and do it now. Is it a ruin? It's a monolith. I don't know if that counts. We can get some more words here. We don't need them anymore, but, you know, you can get them. Looks like the Atlas. Remove helmet for fire weapon. We aggravated the monolith. So when that happens, just reload. Guess I should have took my helmet off or done nothing, actually. That would have been the thing. Oh well. Maybe we miss out on that. Because the load point was up in the sky. Whatever, it's fine. Not a big a deal. I do want to get some pyrite because, again, I want to try and save on tritium. Pyrite, 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 pyrite. There's one kind of farish. This is copper. I'll take it. Zap me out some copper. You know what? Let's do it the big way. Alright. Pyrite, on the other hand. Might be small. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it the medium size, because they don't take forever, do we? Again, we can power the pulse drive with this. And that saves us on tritium. Alright, any more pyrite? Without going, like, super far away. That one's kind of far. That's the one we're at. That one's a little closer. Not too bad. Might get honey out of this. Yeah, we got some honey. Use it to cook, don't you know? Let's destroy that. Okay, now. We don't need carbon. What am I thinking? We do need dioxide. Dihydrogen, rather. We need dioxide as well, but my brain is thinking a few steps ahead here. Alright, so that's got us a little bit of pyrites. How far is the ship? It's far. Get out of here. We'll do the orbital exocraft materializer, and then I think we'll call it a stream. And now we'll use the pyrite. Save that tritium. You can always get more tritium by shooting asteroids, which we do need to do, actually, but distractions. Keep trying to stop us in an asteroid field. Here's one. Let's set the weapon power to maximum. We got to pop 50 asteroids, so let's just do it. Don't let your lasers overheat. Same thing applies here. Oops, I missed. Same thing applies to them as your mining beam. They overheat, you have to wait till they cool all the way off before you can use them again. So just, you know, don't hold your finger down the whole time. We're getting a good amount of tritium. It's good. Silver, gold, need those things for the base. Which we do need to build base components for the expedition. So it all works out pretty good. Watch out for other ships that can come in here mining too. You don't want to shoot them because it'll bring sentinels down on your head, and that's just a pain in the butt, especially when you're weak, right, like we are right now. So just shoot asteroids until the milestone rocks, the milestone alert rocks. Like that. This big one is just waiting for me. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's good. Freighter, please. Space station's fine. Well, housekeeping. Well, this is going. While you're in your inventory, the ship will continue going on. Time passes. But if you're in the like menus, this pauses the game, just so you know. All right, let's get in here. We're going to build the materializer. We're also going to build a fleet control room if we've got the stuff. So we can get started on those frigate missions. I still don't have enough money to buy another frigate. Your legs are in the floor, sir. But we'll survive somehow. Okay, so let us do the materializer first. It doesn't matter where you put it. Just put it wherever you want. Kind of like at the end of the hallway. Oh, we need more warp cell. Herpaderp. I need 2 of those. Got an inventory problem here. 2 of those. That should be good. And there you go. Let's get our goodies. Get this. This gives us starship inventory. Nice. And bulkheads give us freighter inventory. There's not a lot of ship slots. So let me pop a couple of these up here in the technology range. Fine, that's fine, that's fine. Down here now. Last one we'll spend here. Okay. And we can increase the freighter bulkhead size as well. We may not need to do that. Okay. Let's go like this. All right. We'll have to build a teleport room eventually. And a scanner room. All right, so now we need to warp to another system. Before we do that, though, let us see if we can build a fleet control room. Fleet command room. We can. We're going to. And we're going to do it, you know, kind of close to the bridge. Build it, interact with it. Leave. All right, now. We don't have the recipe for fleet fuel yet, do we? Yeah. We need a module for that. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and warp then. We can't. We can't. Darn it. We need to fix the thing. We need more chromatic metal. See? You're always going to need chromatic metal. Copper. We are going to have plenty, that's for sure. We need 250. Alright, let's just let that churn a while. Alright, so we got that. We need 2 of these. And we need 2 antimatter, which we need chromatic metal to make. You see? And condensed carbon. So you need lots of chromatic metal. Let's just set it to make some amount. I mean, I could probably process it all, but I'm not necessary. I don't know that I need that much. We'll just do 800. How about that? Wish you could just enter on the keyboard how many. Anyway. Yeah. Was it 2? We want this thing to work too, but I'm going to hold off on that for now. Now we need to make a little bit of warp fuels, just a little bit like this. Throw it in there. We'll need a lot more later, but for now, we'll just head on out this way and begin our path along the expedition pathway. We're finally leaving the first system. We'd love to see it. It's very soothing watching the freighter in hyperspace, I think. All right, there's another one done. And we get Warp Hypercore 3. That's a full recharge of the warp drive, so that's good. And 5 salvage frigate modules and hyperdrive plan for our starship. All right, now we can get started on all this frigate business. So go over here to this thing that looks like R2 can plug into and buy this right here. This is the dihydrogen tritium. This is the frigate fuel you've heard me go on and on and on about forever. Now, I think when you talk to this, yeah, it will now give you recipes for bulk fuel. There you go. But you do have to buy the first one. Alright, so now we need to go out on an expedition. What does our frigate look like? Is it any good? It probably sucks. Here's a 1-star. That's where you want to start. It's not too bad. And it is a trade. This is a trade mission, right? Yeah, this is good. See? Difficulty rating 1 star, fleet rating 2 star. You want your fleet to be one star higher than the difficulty. Otherwise, they're liable to get damaged, and they won't complete the mission, which is counterproductive. So the frigate is gone now. It's out doing its work. We got lucky. We rolled a pretty good frigate that time. It is random. Speak with the commander. And they'll tell you how much longer it's going to be. So it's going to be 53 minutes, 8 seconds. That's real lifetime. Okay. That's our world time. So that gets us started on fleet expeditions. We need to do 3. That gets us started. So that's good. Now we need to make a storage room. These, you can access them from anywhere, so I tend to just kind of put them back in the back somewhere. Let's get our goodies. 2 more salvage frigate modules. Those are very rare components, so it's nice to see them. See us getting them here. And reach the first rendezvous, so that means we just need to start warping. What's it wanting me to make? Warp cell. I'm not sure why I need to be making a warp cell. Oh, charge the hyperdrive. Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I'm just going to use the warp core and go to 100% like that. Let's start warping. No, not there. Make sure, if you look at the top, that you're on the expedition route. Then just follow the green line. We're going to have to make several jumps because our freighter is not the greatest freighter in the world. It would need upgrades to do better. The freighter's warp range, hyperdrive range, can be incredibly huge. But this is a basic freighter. It's okay. We just kind of hop along. One system to the next. Till we get to where we're going, which will be 1 more jump, 2 more jumps. I guess we'll finish out phase 1 and then call it a stream. Alrighty, 1 more jump. And that gets us there. Then we'll have to hop out and land on a planet to get the actual rendezvous point. So we'll see what wonders await us. Alright. Here we are. So we're in the system. But we need to land on the actual planet. The little yellow thing there is guiding us. There we go. Contaminated, huh? Well, it looks like there's any sentinels, so that's good. 20 mold balls. Oh, we're not going to the contaminated planets. You know what? We're gonna go to this place, this base. If there are, in fact, 20 mold balls there, that's gonna be good for us. Because, again, we got to get that 4,500 nanites. The mold we can turn into nanites. Tell me you got something I care about. You don't. So that's great. No, you're good. Alright, where's the mold? This is a player base. The rendezvous can wait. If there's mold here... Holy crap. Is this also... Yeah, it's a frozen planet. Here's our 3rd photo. Hey, we just got another one. Alright. Hey, there's a landing pad. This is very considerate. All right, if there's actually mold balls here, I'm going to be super excited. Let me in. Why is my torch not working in here? Okay. And this is still just grinding away. Are there mold balls here? If there were any here, there would be yellow. Oh, hey, there they are. Terrible conditions, my God. I want to scan the goat, man. Yeah, because we're going to really want to have more than one frigate, because those 3 expeditions are going to take for frigging ever otherwise. And it's, you know, 3 to 4 million to hire a... Oh, thank God. To hire a entry-level frigate, so... Look at that guy. Isn't he cute? That's a lot of scanning. Alright. But right now, we're worried about... nanites. So, you scan these. It's called runaway mold because it runs away. This would be a massive pain in the butt because this is super steep. If this very sweet and wonderful player had not built a mold corral base for us. That's kind of what I call these. Oh, we got a really cool critter, like Archaeopteryx. What are we doing on units? We got 1 mil now. Don't worry, more will come. There's a scanner upgrade in our future. So you get hundreds of runaway mold from each of these, and it converts to nanites at a ratio of 5 mold to 1 nanite, so not too bad. And this is a big outcrop of them. You don't normally see this many of them in one spot. The other way we got the runaway mold was by processing the various kinds of slime and goop and refining until we finally got runaway mold. Good. I just heard that our refiner's finished, which is very good because we're going to be wanting to plop these in. And that's good. So, there's our 800 chromatic, so that'll get us good for a while. Now, the 8,500, almost 8,400, a little over 8,400. This is going to take a little bit, but it's going to be worth it. Okay. That's going to get us very closer to our 4,500 nanite goal. These steep planets can be a real pain in the butt. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Just take a picture. That's going to be our 3rd world. And that gets us more stuff. We need to claim this too. Pulse engine. Nice. Launch auto charger we want to do, but it's expensive to build. Oh, starship out of range. Alright, good. This is a very beautiful planet. Alright, so we need to get our ship. We need to get in our ship here. Grab that since we're right here. Okay, ship. All right, let's get the rendezvous, and then we'll call it a stream. I'll let the mold churn away while... you know what? Let's do... This is just gorgeous. You see the other planet with the rings coming up? How do we want to frame this? Something like that. That's neat. All right. Let's do one like that too. Okay. Come on. Okay. We're back. How far away is this rendezvous? It should be somewhat close. And not that close. We'll do it. A ballistic arc here. Oh, man. If we had more money for frigates, now would be a good time. You hear those ships warping in? That's where you get more frigates. We don't have the money right now, though. That's okay. That happens a lot. We need to do these anyway, because waypoints, that's another milestone. And this is what they mean by charting waypoints. Activating those little doohickeys. Alright, so here's the thing. Where is... There's a trade terminal randomly. Hey. Why can't I switch to the ship? It's right there. Whatever. Buy. I'm gonna buy that. Okay. I bet it's a portal again. Yeah, how about that? There's a big thing of oxygen there. Hey, hey, there we go. You got 2 healing boxes here if you got hurt by falling off of there. We're going to bring the ship down here. We're going to recharge that with some of that uranium we just bought. The grinder stopped, but it's not because it's finished. It's because it ran out of fuel. Put it in the starship. Okay. Out. Back in. Let's install this. Our ship desperately needs all the help it can get with the engine department. Anything else? Let's put this in the ship. 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 And this in the ship. And this in the ship. Ba-ba-da-boo. Why not put that in the ship too? Okay. Let's get our stuff. Double cultivation chamber. Supreme scanning. And more mining beam upgrades. So, one thing you can do with these, and this is one of the reasons they're probably throwing these at you. We want this for sure because more money, right? Is if you dismantle these, if you install them and then dismantle, you get a wiring loom. So that's, you know, pretty important. For our expensive crafting things. Okay, we need to do the double chamber. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's collect this one. Here's 1,000 nanites. And some expansion. I'll take it. I'll put it all here. We need to make the scanner room. We can do that. No problem. Well, I say no problem. But here we are. We're finished with phase 1. We get the reality glitch trail customization. That's for the jetpack, I think. Okay, so we are officially finished with phase 1. We've already done a good chunk of phase 2. But we'll work on that next time. All right, let's create a restore point. And this is a good place to call it a stream. I hope everybody's having a great day wherever you are, whenever you are. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.